My name is Zachary. I'm a painter. I paint pictures of cities, which usually have a lot of black paint as a background, and then over top of that, I will put in some blue paint, maybe for the sky, and some yellow paint in spots, and white paints on the yellow paint spots to bring out windows. And then after I put on the different colors of paint, it sort of looks like a picture of a city. You add up the different colors of a painting, and then if you put the right colors in the right spot, at the end of it, you know, a spot of yellow might look like a window. So then you have, oh, there's a window. It's yellow paint. Maybe the sky's kind of blue. But you do that. I take some of the paints and I mix them and then I put them on. And then, eventually, not usually at first it looks terrible. Eventually, that kind of looks like a city. Not realistically, I'm not good enough to do that, but that's kind of what I do. Well, that is what I do. I'm a painter.
Alright, my name is Ten Eyck. I'm a Denver-based cinematographer. I work on anything from commercials to feature-length films, documentaries. I kind of got brought in with Rachel and the Kings to do a conceptual video for, I guess it's more of a live element, not necessarily like a music video. And I've grown up, I have a background in video production and graphic design, so I'm very passionate about just taking an idea and seeing it all the way through to the end product of creating a story or whatever. I think art is very important, especially in today's world. I mean, there's a lot of negative things, and I think art and music go hand in hand in kind of creating a central ground for everybody. It's a universal language, and without that, what do we have? It's something that keeps everybody grounded, and it's important spiritually and just in general.
I play bass in Rachel and the Kings. I started playing bass in between senior year in high school and freshman year in college. Music and art are just important because it gives people just a creative outlet, and I think that's important for a lot of people, even if they don't realize that they might not be good at music or good at art, but they can appreciate it, and that's kind of why we do what we do.
Hi, I'm Dave Preston, the current guitar player for Rachel and the Kings. I started when I was in high school. I've done the singer-songwriter circuit, I've done the rock circuit, I've done the session guitar circuit, and that's where I've really connected with a lot of studios and the writing side, the production side, the live side. Why I do music, first of all, is an ongoing search that I think I'm constantly reaching for. It really goes deep into how my community involvement plays heavily into my life. Music to me has always been a community service, and I think the self-discovery of that has been probably 10 years in the making. It's so important to be helping your fellow man while you're singing to them or doing whatever you need to do within the community. With the ambient work, the music therapy work, and the acoustic singer-songwriter part, and then now the new rock project, they're all tied in together with the various components of heart, and how to release elements of the heart within the community and bring it out in your fellow man. So, that's that, I guess.
Hi there, my name is Taka Plantel, and I am a filmmaker and a musician. And on this particular project, I am directing a music video for Rachel and the Kings. And it's been a fun project. Right out of the gates, they said, we want you to just, take your creative whim and just go for it. It was just a true opportunity to just be creative and explore any challenges we wanted to take on and just feel that space and that freedom. And so it's been really cool to have done that. And so I decided, to take that on and make a music video unlike one that I've ever done before. So
my name is Chris Keel, and I am a photographer. I've been doing photography for the last decade, and I got into photography via doing music portraits. Music and music photography is always what interests me. I've now kind of evolved into a general portrait photographer, and I do quite a bit of documentary and travel photography as well. I do it just because I love the craft, I love the art form, I love the way that still images tell a story. That's why I do it.
As far as working on this project in particular, when Rachel first asked me to do it, she said, just write something that you're inspired by this song in some. And I have written a small short story for this project entitled Jonathan Marcellus. It's about a young man who is looking for something, and as much as that may sound like the intro to The Bachelor, it is not. It's very, very different. Having just finished writing my first novel, I would say the biggest surprise about the creative process is the way you just surprise yourself. Have a vague notion at the beginning of something you think you're gonna do, and then as you start the process, it becomes something totally different. It becomes its own entity. And the other revelation about creating from working on a project so long is that it is a lot of work, and it's something you have to do every day whether you want to or not, and sometimes it's just awful and sometimes it's quite meaningful, but it's not as if the muse comes and sits on your shoulder every single day and you get that flash of inspiration. You just have to keep writing.
I am Andrea Merzlak. I have been doing photography since I was in high school, actually. It's something that's always meant a ton to me. I did it professionally full-time for about 12 years, and it's something that just sings to my soul, and I know when I get an itchy trigger finger that I need to go out and do something. I know when I'm not feeling like myself, if I just pull out my camera and find something to shoot, it will help my soul, and I will be feeling better almost immediately. I didn't pause to think about how much it would push me, which is probably perfect since the project is the edge of me. The depth of everything that goes into being pushed outside of your box and being right on the edge and what's out there has also gone into play with the image that I've chosen to make. It's for me really exciting. I went from a place of actual fear and pushed myself to work through this.
My name is Chalberg. I'm a Denver photographer. I do a lot of live music, band stuff, work doing video with a good friend of mine, Tom, who's actually staring at me right there. Do weddings, family stuff, and got involved in this project. I've known Dave for a while, and he knows this other person named Rachel, so how they got connected. I don't know exactly how that happened, but brought me into the fold, and I'm doing band promo stuff, as well as we're shooting some really cool studio work right now with the help of Taga and making it happen. So I'm glad to be part of this project, and I know it's going to be great. So I'm super excited to be part of it and to see all the other work of the other artists here in Denver, because I know we have a lot of local talent. So that's all I got.
Hi, my name is Lacey Grady. I am a hair and makeup artist. I work at the Parlor Hair Salon in West Wash Park. I've been doing hair now now for about 11 years, and I love it. I do hair and makeup because I love making people feel happy about themselves. Doing their hair after they leave the salon, they're just so happy, and it makes them feel beautiful. And if you change one person's life like that through their day, it's amazing. It's just a great feeling.
My name is Greg Lopez. I've been an audio engineer in the Denver area about a decade now. I started working with Rachel and the Kings as their live sound engineer about 2 years ago. I just thoroughly enjoy being kind of a conduit in between the musical and technical side of things. My job as their live sound guy is to represent them the way they envision their music to sound to their audience. As of a couple years ago, I was drawn into the electronic side of the music industry. I've got about a year to wrap up a electrical engineering degree. Since then, I've done a couple of designs for microphone tube preamplifiers, and I'm currently working on some plug-in software type design stuff. So in a sense, kind of just a company that is going to make good, affordable tools for our musician base. So hopefully you'll be seeing my company Resonance Audio within about a year.
My name is Srinivas Rao. I'm the host of the Unmistakable Creative Podcast and the author of The Art of Being Unmistakable. And what I do is I curate, showcase, and connect the world's most interesting and creative people by using various forms of media like conferences and events, like podcasts, like writing, like film, and other different things. And I guess the driving force for me as far as why I do these things is that I have a deep need to see people excel at something that they're really good at, or to find a calling with their work, because it took me so long to find mine. And I am completely enamored with people who are good at unusual things, at least according to Simon Sinek, who told me that is my purpose and that's my why, and it makes all the sense in the world considering the show that I run is called The Unmistakable Creative. As far as creativity goes and why I think it's so important, I think creativity leads to tons and tons of breakthroughs. I think it can be life-changing for people. It certainly has for me. And I think that when you are able to tap into that, there's something really beautiful. One of my friends says there's nothing quite as rewarding as creating something with your own two hands. As far as the bold approach goes, we live in such a noisy world that I don't think you have any choice but to do something bold. And as somebody had told me, the real question you have to ask yourself is, how are you going to make a large, unignorable statement? That's something that I try to think about with every piece that I create. And you can learn more about me at theunmistakablecreative.com or unmistakablecreative.com. Thanks. Bye.
Hello, my name is Jennifer Dean Robertson. I recently got married and I'm loving it. My husband and I are proud Colorado natives. I was fortunate enough to graduate from the University of Colorado at Denver with my Bachelor of Fine Arts in acting. I attended the Colorado Film School as well. I've been able to work both on stage as well as in the film medium. I think that artists' voices need to be heard. We have something special about us, something that gives back to the community. That is why I continue to do live art, live works. Oftentimes you leave after having watched something and something inside you's probably changed a little bit, even if it's something small. Thank you so much for your support. You guys are awesome, and I know that these new releases are going to have an impact on you. So thank you for being here, and we'll look forward to the next one.